In every single zombie movie and game, this cliche thing happens where a news report will come on the TV urging citizens stay indoors. And let's be honest here, it just never works, okay? It just never works. Recently, I completed a challenge in Project Zomboid where I couldn't leave my starting home, so this time, I'm going to the complete opposite and make it so I can't go indoors at all, with my goal being to survive the helicopter event. Did I do it? We'll just have to watch the video to find out. Now you may be thinking to yourself, wait a minute, why are you inside? And it's because the game always starts you in a house. I did technically say I can't enter any buildings, and I never entered this one, so I'm going to allow myself to loot the items inside here, and then as soon as I step outside, that's when the real challenge begins. And we have officially started. I think our first task should be to find a car that we can use as our base, for sleeping and storing items. For water, my plan is to set up water containers and hope it rains, and for food, I'm literally going to dumpster dive for scraps. I almost forgot about zombies. You know, just the whole point of a zombie game. We can find items through killing them and looting their corpse. We also have these mailboxes we can search, but the first two I've searched have been empty, so already, I don't have much hope for finding good items in them. Looks like I've properly introduced myself to everyone in the neighbourhood. Think of how high the house price will rise in a peaceful area such as this. Unfortunately, I cannot enter any of these houses though. What I can enter is this bin over here. One man's trash is another man's treasure, I suppose, with the treasure being a plastic bag, so I can end this suffering whenever I want. This is actually pretty amazing. One of the zombies I killed has a key to this car, so if we can find some fuel, it will greatly increase our chance of survival. Another thing that will greatly increase our chance of survival is routinely taking out these zombies that appear in the surrounding area. There, I've literally been in this neighbourhood for 5 minutes, and already the streets littered with corpses, and the actual litter is in my pocket. There's a gas can in here. This start could not be any better. By the way, I can hear a zombie in that house, but it's one of those ones where I'll deal with it at the time. I'm refusing to go anywhere near any property. A digital watch is always good. It means we can actually tell how long we've survived for, because manually trying to count every single day is something my brain just cannot handle. Another thing my brain cannot handle is getting eaten, so we better put a bandage on my head. Already, I've had to fight so many zombies. This is going to be a long week of trying to get to the helicopter event. I didn't realise that my starting area was so close to a garage, and I didn't expect to have a car and fuel on my first day. Well, we don't have fuel yet. A lot could happen between then and now, especially if me playing. The fuel's working. For some reason, I just did not expect it to work. I'm usually not this lucky when I play games, so I just keep waiting for something to go wrong. This could be the bad luck right here. No, even that went well. Maybe I'm starting to get good at this game. Probably famous last words. There's another gas can here. What is going on? Someone 100% has to be trolling me right now. I'll just take one gas canister back at a time. I could carry two, but not being able to defend myself is too big a risk after this start. In fact, I might do multiple trips and refill the canisters after I've filled up the car. And now for the moment of truth. I never actually thought to myself the possibility of this car not working, but it is a possibility. That didn't sound good. Yes, it works. That is such a relief. I was really worried there for a second. Uh-oh, this isn't good. This isn't good. I'm so weighed down right now. It's as if the game can sense when you're most vulnerable, and that's when it decides to strike. Crisis averted. I managed to lose them by using the house, but now I'm going to have to pick these back up, which takes forever. At least I have something to take my anger out on. There is that at least. Now we have a functioning car and 2 full gas canisters for when the helicopter event happens. So all in all, I would say it's been a really successful first day. The thing I also like about this car is the fact it's parked right next to a building, so one side of me is covered when I sleep. I know I could technically move a car to do this, but I'd never be able to park like this. We've woke up terrified at 1 AM, which is a common theme with my Project Zomboid characters, but to be honest, I can't blame him. We are sleeping in a car, in the middle of a zombie apocalypse after all. We've also developed neck pain from sleeping in the car, but it's something my character will just have to get used to, because this is now his life. Now I feel like a real car burglar, smashing windows in the middle of the night. Wait, there's a river here, which has got me wondering, can I fill up these empty bottles and use the water from here? Yes, there is a fill option, which may seem obvious to experienced players, but I've generally never tried this before, because I usually die before I run out of water. Speaking of dying, I may die now, if I'm not careful. That was so close. I didn't realise they were still for me. I thought I'd lost them in the trees. I badly want this cowboy hat, but I can't create enough distance to pick it up. Yes, I got it. That was totally worth all the hassle I went through to get it. I mean, just look at it. There's a whole shopping bit here as well. This starting area is pretty neat. It's just a shame I got it when I literally can't go inside buildings. Wait, can I drink out of these water fountains? Please tell me I can. No, there doesn't seem to be an option. God damn it. I really thought we're onto something there. Well, back to dumpster diving for items I guess then. I was really hoping that some of these barbecues would have some food in them, but every single one I've searched has had nothing. It's just a shame this game isn't set in Australia, and then we could live off shrimp for the entire playthrough. Now that's the type of uniform I need in my life. Cowboy hat, you've been replaced. Now that's what I'm talking about. The ladies love a man in uniform. Why is there so many burnt houses about? And for once, it wasn't me who caused it. I'm back at my base and we're starting to run into a serious problem. And no, it's not the zombies coming towards me. We are seriously running low on water. I don't think it's rained at all yet. Also, the water I collected from the river is contaminated. So either we find another water source or we might have to take a serious risk. Just as I feared, empty. But we'll sleep just now and worry about it in the morning. Well, evening. I forgot we've basically been up for nearly 2 days straight, sterilised by boiling in an oven or over a fire. Wait a minute, I may have just come up with a plan. I don't know if it's extremely smart or extremely stupid, but there's only one way to find out. The first part of my plan involves matches, which I'm sure I've seen somewhere up here earlier, but I can't remember where. Aha, there's the matches there. I was convinced there was some in this area. I'm also going to take off this uniform because I've just realised the extreme sweating probably hasn't helped my first situation whatsoever. These zombies aren't helping my situation much either when I'm racing against time, but I can't help but stop and kill them. At least I got a duffel bag out of this detour though, which won't help much if I'm dead. But at least I'll die looking good. There we go, this is what I'm looking for. Again, it was one of those things I knew I'd seen, but I couldn't remember exactly where it was. Now I just have to slowly make my way home without dying or breaking my back from the weight. I hope so much this works. And then we'll just grab some gas. I'm sure you can see where I'm going with this. Okay, the gas isn't working. But what about some paper? Add fuel. Yes, the book works. But before I light it, I better go and fill up the rest of these bottles I've been collecting. I need to maximise the fuel whilst I have it. I better take out the zombies in the area before I collect any water. I really don't want any surprises whilst my back is turned. It really looks like my guy's peeing in the water. Maybe that's how the river got so contaminated in the first place. Why did I think I would just be able to light the fire in peace? Of course a zombie is going to attack me whilst I do it. Oh my god. Will you guys just leave me alone for 2 seconds? I really don't have the time to waste here. That is something I really did not want to have to deal with. I have a very limited time window with the fuel I have. I can't believe it worked. I'm a genius. So now we have a place to sleep, a car we can drive, fuel, and a water supply, all without ever entering a building. And all we need now is a way to get food, because that is the next problem. We survived another night, and I think my plan today is to explore to the left side, because so far, we've only went right. Burgers. Surely there must be some food around here. Not even a half-eaten burger in a bin. Well, this sucks. The only burger-looking thing around here is probably me to the zombies. A bait shop. Surely there must be some food around there. I'm that desperate at this point that yes, I will eat bait. I can't believe there's not even anything in this vending machine. It looks like the only bait around here is me baiting the zombies. Okay, I'll stop making crappy zombie jokes now. No! Ah, come on, man. I was doing so well. Please don't infect me. Please don't infect me. At least it doesn't say bitten, although a laceration is still enough to infect you. Believe me, I know from experience. Look at the amount of cars in this place. Surely there must be something decent in here. You've got to be kidding me. This was literally the last car as well. I've went through and searched every single other car, and by the way, I found like nothing good. I think my luck has officially turned back to bad. Oh no, look at the amount of zombies coming. This is not good. This is not good at all. I have this massive horde just for me, absolutely everywhere I go now, and it's making doing anything near impossible. I think I finally lost them, which is ironic, because you'd think that the graveyard is the most likely place for there to be lots of the undead. I don't even know where I am just now. I think if I just keep heading to the right and up a little, I will eventually find my way back home. There's the garage. Now I know where I am. I still haven't found any food. At least I got some more supplies to make fresh water. I'm sure humans can last a month without food, so I'm sure we'll be fine. Humans cannot last long when they keep getting bitten though. That is something I'm 100% sure of. I don't actually think he bit me. I think my defense has saved me. I don't see any negative health effects anyway. Oh well, I think the best thing to do is just pretend it never happened. I'm off to bed. Day 4. I think the best idea for today is to just try and collect as many bottles and paper as possible and just double down the whole water thing, because finding food really isn't working for me. I was going to try and investigate this way for a change, but the deeper I'm getting into the forest, the more scared I'm getting. So we'll forget about that idea, I think. Sometimes you're just better if the beast you know. So this is my tactic here, to literally run around every single mailbox and try to find as many newspapers as possible. And this is part 2 of my plan, to try and find bottles in these bins. The only problem is, some of these housing areas are starting to become pretty crowded. At least I finally found food, a cockroach. My favourite. This is horrible. My character's lungs are literally on fire, and I cannot find a place to rest whatsoever. There's just zombies everywhere now. I'm just getting a glimpse of all that food. It must be nice having the ability to go indoors. Wait, there's a log in here. That could be really useful. I'll never have to find a kindle for a fire again. As if my guy wasn't tired enough, I'm now just making him carry a full log back home. Wait, oh sh**. I didn't realise all these zombies had followed me back home. No, please, just let me drop the log. My guy's so weighed down. No, 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 this is going so terrible. Why'd I have to pick up this log? I'm fighting my little heart out, literally, because I think my heart is about to give out. They just won't leave me alone. I've even managed to cripple one, and he's still crawling after me. I legit do not know how the heck I'm going to get out of this situation. Even when I managed to shove the standing one over, I can't do anything because the crawling one could bite me. But if I target the crawling one, the stand one could grab me. I'm trying to use this tree in hopes that one of them will get stuck on it, but it's not working. This has been going on for hours, by the way. Wait, this is it. I found an opening. Yes, yes, yes. Do not ask me how I survived that. I thought it was certain death for sure. If I had to do that 100 times, I'm pretty sure I would die in 99 of the attempts. I'll just sleep in this car for tonight before my character collapses. I think my own base will be a bit run over at the moment anyway. Well, we slept for 10 hours, and to be honest, I don't blame him. If I'd done that much exercise, I don't think I'd ever wake up again. Now instead of resting, we have the fun job of clearing out our base. I didn't realise I had this meat patty in here, and now it's rotten. As if getting food wasn't hard enough, I'm literally wasting it. And that's the base fully clear. It's amazing how much easier this was when you aren't carrying a 10-ton log around. Now that's what I'm talking about. Fuel for 6 hours. Was it worth all the hassle? Probably not. But still, I just realised I have 7 magazines in here, so I can confirm the log was definitely not worth it. It's a good thing I did go through all that effort to get water though, because all of these containers are still empty. Oh no, I've just burnt my cockroach. That is literally the only food I found this whole playthrough, and I still managed to burn it. I was wondering why these bottles weren't purifying, and it's because they're plastic, which supposedly you cannot purify in a barbecue. Gosh, we are learning a lot today, and not for the better. Everything we are learning is negative. It's a good thing these containers will purify though, so I've poured the bottles into them. We should now have plenty of water to last us the rest of the playthrough. It's almost day 7, and I feel like I'm well prepared to take on the helicopter event, so I'm going to start moving my car. Saying that, I have no clue where I'm going. My plan is just to try and find a quiet spot where it's hard for zombies to get to me. This kind of feels like I'm going on the right track. Again, I have no clue what I'm doing, so I can never be sure. This is perfect, not a zombie in sight, just the way I like it. I've been sitting here for days. I really thought the helicopter event would have been here by now. This is about to turn day 9, and we have a big problem. I'm starting to starve to death. Well, it's a good thing I kept this rot meat patty. Beggars can't be choosers, I suppose. It's starting, yes. I never thought I'd be so happy to hear the helicopter in my life. Usually you dread it coming, but I really want to complete this challenge. It's been some effort. The helicopter event is over. I really thought that more zombies would appear. It was quite underwhelming, to be honest. Now there's more showing up. At least there'll be lots more rotten meat for my character to eat now. And now to retire and make a permanent home down by the river. A permanent home because I'm literally about to die. Well, we did it. We survived the helicopter event and almost made it to 10 days. I would say that's a pretty successful challenge. Thanks very much for watching. If you want to see more Project Zomboid content, I suggest you watch this video next. And thank you to my patrons, Harry Haywood, Captain Tourette, Kajel Sinke, The 8-Bit Euro, and Amber Lee.